I'm bald, and when I was thinking about a costume for tonight, my first thought was like, I want to be Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road. You know, like this fierce desert warrior. But then I was thinking about my energy level and what I'm actually capable of. And I was like, bitch, you're a pumpkin. Put some fucking leggings on, some eyeshadow, get your ass out the door. It's been a year, we need some easy wins. Nothing fancy. So, I'm, this year, all of my hair and my pubes fell out. Because of chemotherapy, I have cancer. I wasn't just doing chemo recreationally. Like those wild teens we've heard so much about. So, when people think about cancer patients, they think about them puking, but they don't think about them pooping. And I'm here to change that. In June, they switched my treatment to a more intense chemo. So instead of getting it for one day, now I bring this like huge bag home and it gets pumped slowly for 2 weeks. And it's just like more intense. It really dehydrates you and it makes your poop like a rock. My poop as hard as it could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me except my poop. Thank you. I'm not really a singer. But the doctors told me this could happen, and so they said, make sure to take stool softeners every day. And I don't know if I thought it was too cool for stool softeners or what, but at a certain point I stopped taking them. And boy, oh boy, me and my butthole have been completely humbled. I pop stool softeners like they're after dinner mints. I buy stool softeners in bulk at Costco with the old people. Like, I'm team stool softener. But I wasn't always this, wise and weathered butthole sage that you see. I had to go on a hero's journey. And the morning started, like at the end of the morning, I had my morning coffee and I had the, calming expectation of that morning poop. And I finished my coffee and I stepped into the bathroom and I closed the door. And then you feel like that safety of knowing that you're gonna have this time with yourself, I sat down, I put on Pure Moods. Everything was perfect. But then I push, and I immediately know something's wrong. I'm like, it shouldn't be that big. It's way too big. I focus up and now I'm a little scared because I'm like, I really don't want to deal with the reality of what's back there. Like, it's just, it's a lot. And I know it. So I push again. And it feels like if my butthole was a pellet gun and someone's loading cannonballs into the chamber. I immediately focus up, sit up straight, and I say to myself, we need to take this shit seriously. So Katie can hear my wife can hear the battle that's going on outside, and she brings me 2 yoga blocks for my feet. for a better angle. And my intestines are like twisting and cramping, and I'm like grunting and leaning forward. And I'm not saying that I know what childbirth is like. But what I am saying is that this turd initiated contractions. We're like an hour in at this point. And I'm like, okay, I need to swallow my pride. It hasn't budged an inch. I'm fully dilated and terrified. So, it hasn't budged an inch. I just need to swallow my pride, and I need to call a professional. And as an adult, I've never had to call another adult and ask them how to poop, but here we are. So I call my oncologist, and the front desk person answers, and they're like, there are 4 people in front of you. Can I put you in hold? And before I can even say anything, it's into smooth jazz. So now all Katie hears from outside the bathroom is like, oh God! Fuck me! Kill me now! So it's very intense. Ramiro finally gets back on the phone, and he's like, hi, this is Ramiro, how may I help you? And I'm like, okay, my name is Jonathan Euseppi. I feel like I have the statue of David in my ass, and I don't know how to proceed. He's like, oh, whoa, wait, what? He's like, let me transfer you. Like, it's the front desk guy. Like, this is way over his head. Yeah. So he transfers me to the nurse practitioner, and she's a total pro. She's in the pocket. She's right there. She's like, okay, calm down. You can do this. She's like, stand up. She's like, walk around. Get yourself a glass of water. I know it's scary, but this will pass. I'm like, okay. I hang up the phone, and I feel reassured, because, now I have a plan. So I stand up, and poopy water comes down both of my legs. And I'm kicking the chemo bag away because I don't want to shit on my chemo. Which is not a sentence I ever thought I would say, but we're in uncharted territory. So, we're in hour 3 now of this shit, and I'm on disability, and for a good reason. Like, you can't have a job and be like, to your boss, just be like, look, Rick, I'm going to be taking a 3-hour shift. Can you screen my calls? You also can't take a shit in the office that's so intense, you have to take your shirt off. Like, that's just not... People can't walk into the bathroom and you're in the stall completely naked. That's just not something that's going to add to the corporate culture. So, anyway, back in the bathroom, the mood has definitely shifted. We're not at peer moods anymore, we're into straight up jock jams. I'm desperate at this point. I'm out of solutions. So as, Tootsie Roll by the 69 Boys plays, I put my finger up my ass and I start chiseling like we're trying to get out of Shawshank. Alright? I'm chiseling. All of my mindfulness, all of my meditation practices have led to this point. It's like, just calm yourself and chisel, bitch. Calm yourself and chisel. That's all you've got. So I'm chiseling, but it's hard work, and there's not a lot of payoff. Like, there's not much comes off for each chisel. you know, I realize, like, I kind of feel like maybe this will just be my life now. Like, I'll just be like Sisyphus, and instead of pushing that ball up the hill, I'll just be chiseling my ass. Ever. And I realize that, you know, in order to get through this, I'm gonna need more than mindfulness. I'm gonna need hope. Hope that this will pass. Like Andy Dufresne said, hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things. And a good thing never dies. So I shift my perspective. And now, like Michelangelo, looking at that bulky piece of marble, I decide I'm gonna make a goddamn masterpiece. So I rededicate myself to the chisel. And I'm chiseling it, but I'm also like shaking it. Because I wanna like shake it loose, you know? So I'm chiseling and I'm shaking, and my asshole opens wider than the sun. And all of my muscles working congruence, and they push this thing out, and I feel relief. It passes, and I feel relief like I've never felt before in my life. I feel free. I feel like Andy Dufresne. I went through a river of poopy water and came out clean on the other side. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this shit changed my life. When I first came out as genderqueer, my wife Katie bought me my first purse, mostly because I kept losing my clutch. But but I didn't have anything in the purse. You know, it was all empty. Couldn't put tampons in there. You know, of course, obviously, I wear pads. But I had this big purse, and I didn't have anything in it. But now I have Tux medicated hemorrhoid cream, Tux medicated hemorrhoid pads, stool softeners, and a rosary. This shit did give me hemorrhoids, which sucks. There weren't a lot of pleasures to be had during quarantine. Now I can scratch off shitting and sitting. And I just want to say on this Halloween night, life's just a little bit scarier when you're afraid to poop. Thank you so much.